Springboks march on with a 30-12 win over the Wallabies, open their rugby championship season with 2 bonus point wins. How good. Horrendous conditions in Perth, but the Boks get the job done. A ton of missed opportunities by the Springboks, but winning back-to-back games in Australia, you couldn't have asked for a better start to the Rugby Championship for the Springboks. Before we get into it, as you can see, I'm not at home. I'm out of office on holiday up New South Wales coast. Beautiful out here. But I still got to get the footy. I got to get the rugby videos out. So not used to seeing this. You probably are if you're a returning subscriber, or if you're a new viewer, hit the subscribe. I do like to edit the videos, but I'm on holiday, man. So just getting the videos out as soon as I can. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought of the game. Who was your best player? Who played well? Who didn't? What needs to change for the Wallabies? And what can South Africa work on? The Springboks work on? Let me know in the comments. Hit that subscribe. Let's get into it. So we'll stay on the Springboks. Showed a great tacking shape early on. Good tip-on passes. I'm loving Morne van der Berg coming out on at number 9. That when he gets out and jumps to that 2-3 defender and he's got guys running onto the ball, it's really good to watch. I thought at one stage when we were attacking early on, Sasha Feinberg Gumuzulu hit the cross kick and went direct out. I thought that we could have held on to the ball a little bit longer in patches, but was still really good in that sense. Early opportunities missed, so Sasha Feinberg Gumuzulu knocks the ball on. It's open, pretty much an open try line, knocks the ball on. Then 2 minutes or 2 seconds later, really, Makazolo Mapimpi, ball in the wrong hand, gets tackled out. If he shifted that ball, he could have had a hand open to put the handoff in and potentially score there. So that was a missed opportunity there. And then there was a few later on in the game where just that last ruck or that last pass doesn't go to hand, or we lose the last ruck. Just those little things. But it's, man, to see stuff like this in a B team, that we're missing opportunities and the scoreboard could have been a lot more than what it was, it's really good signs, to be honest. We talk about Apulele Mafas. Sorry, guys. Can we talk about Apulele Fasi's try? Oh, man, the growth, I always say it, but the growth of the Springboks attacking ability or attacking intent, getting the turnover, so defending, turning defense into attack. Oh, man, and their first option when they get the ball off turning defense into attack. So that first option, their first thought is to run the ball. Let's attack. Love that. Springboks of old would have looked to kick it. In these horrendous conditions, they're still looking to attack. Drawn pass, straight running, guys running from depth. Mapimpi puts the grubber through and Fasi scores in the corner. Beautiful, beautiful. And just shows again the growth that the Springboks have had around attack and their mindset around it. Beautiful, beautiful to watch. Then Sasha Feinberg in the first half just kept the scoreboard ticking over with a couple of penalties, and then in the second half just came out and went bang with the maul. So first of all, it was a kickable penalty that we decided to go to touch. I'm like, oh, it was a close. There was only 2 or 3 points in it at this stage, and we went to touch and paid off, man. That maul, South Africa's Springboks Bokkers maul, very, very hard to stop. And they end up scoring 3 tries off the maul. And it's such an attacking threat. You're 5 meters from the line and you're defending that. You don't know whether to go up to contest the ball, because if you do and you miss, they're definitely going to score. Do you wait for them to land and then try and attack the maul? But even though, I mean, their maul is so strong, like, can you even try and attack it? Like, what do you do? And if they don't go for the maul, you're so set on attacking this maul, then they go out the back or they go down the blind side. Like, you mess there as well. So to have a maul, strong maul, as an attacking weapon, it's money in the bank almost. It's safe as houses type thing. So Springboks did really well to dominate. It just shows that cohesion in that forward pack. A lot of substitutes or a lot of new guys playing can still get together and really put punch through that maul. And then just overall, I thought, man, the Springboks just dominated um, contact areas, especially in the second half. I thought the Wallabies were still in it in the first half, but in the second half, just shut out by the Springboks, really dominating contact areas. So carrying the ball, getting over that vantage line with ball carries, strong and ruck time, strong defensively. Springboks defense, that rush defense, but staying together, making those one-on-one tackles, and then getting a lot of dominant tackles as well, really putting Wallabies under a ton of pressure in that regard, and just executed that really well. My standouts, there was a few, but I only wrote down Ruan Norkia. Really did well. I thought fantastic. To be honest, I thought Salman Murat did really well at the start, but he got substituted early, injured, I think. But Norkia was good, fantastic around the park, strong defensively and hitting a ton of rocks, but then good at the line-out time as well, disrupting Wallabies ball and then getting Springboks ball. Then for Australia, like, I'd say they hung in there in the first half. It was more just hanging in there. I thought the Springboks let them into the game with a couple of soft penalties that Lolasio, like rightly so, was knocking over those penalties and was really adding that scoreboard pressure and staying close within the game. Oh man, but they get shut down on attack by the Springboks defense. Springboks defense is so strong, that rush defense are really shutting them down, getting the man and ball or closing down the outside option. So the ball carrier gets the ball, looks up, and there's nothing. There's just green guys closing in on him. It's like, shit, what do I do now? Kick it or throw a wayward pass or just get tackled behind the advantage line. And the Wallabies, I thought there was one or two bits where they were getting over the ad line. And they looked like a bit of something, but for the most part of it, after 2 or 3 phases, they look lost. Lolasio, the guys that need to be making the decisions and really owning that, just looked lost. Like bad kicks, that kicks are too deep, or kicks are going out on the full or not deep enough. So very poor execution on that third or fourth option taking during their phase play, and just a lot of almost looking up at each other like, oh shit, like you do something, no, you do something, oh it's okay, I'm just going to kick it. That's what it looked like. And then it's probably credit to the Springboks defense, because they were really shutting them down or putting a lot of pressure on the Wallabies attack like that. Poor handling errors as well cost them. Yes, the weather was atrocious, but it was bad for both sides. So, man, when you're struggling to find momentum and then losing, like knocking the ball on or throwing a forward pass or throwing a wayward pass or not kicking nicely, it's coach killers, man. It's really, really, it's tough. It's tough to gain any momentum, to get any go forward ball. It's really, really hard. And then this is what it takes to be the best. Number one, Springboks are number one. And then yes, that is Wallabies are in a rebuilding phase, but man, you want to come up against and fight and play against the best. The game has to step up. This will be a big eye opener for a lot of maybe the Wallabies coaching staff, a lot of their players, the new players coming into the system. Yes, there's a lot of hope around Joe Schmidt, but still the pressure will be put on, because at the end of the day, rugby is a results-based business. You're not getting the results, you're not going to keep your job, sort of thing. But anyway, good win for the Springboks. Tough one for the Wallabies again. Not much they can take out of it. I don't know for the Wallabies. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought. What did you think of the game? What do you think of the Wallabies? What can they do better? What do you think of the Springboks? I think it was fantastic for the squad rotation and to see them still come out on fire like they did. Really good. There's still, again, a lot of missed opportunities. So the score could have been 10 or 12 points more than what it was, but still, good win. Well done. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought, and I'll see you next time. Bye.